Hi, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your March 23rd to the 29th, 2025 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, danehartguidedmessages.com. It's listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. If you are sound sensitive, this is the time to mute the reading, let the healing energy wash over you, and unmute it once you see me pick up the singing bowl. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. I just feel such a weight being lifted from our shoulders, so just an acknowledgement of that is so important. All right, Scorpio, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. The Hangman, I love that. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels. We have the 9 of Cups, the Star, the 9 of Swords, angels and spirit guides. The 10 of Wands, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the Knight of Swords, angels and spirit guides. The Tower, the 3 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. And the Council of Monarchs. So let me move this up a bit so that you all can read everything better. Okay. Let's just see. How does that work? That works better. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. So what we're going to start with here this week, and what Spirit is really showing me, is that we have a lot of self-doubt, a lot of imposter syndrome, a lot of sense of like, do I even belong here? Am I doing the right thing? Am I moving forward the right way? What is going on? So the 9 of Swords is over worry, over doubt, over fear. It's just like, it's too much. It's intensity. So being aware of this is going to be very important during this time for us. Sitting there and stepping back and saying, okay, am I putting too much stress on myself? Am I being cruel to myself? Am I overthinking this? Am I overanalyzing it? Because this is a worry that robs us of sleep at night. And it can even be that we are so worried that we've kind of tuned out and we just doom scroll on our phone. So just being aware of this, looking at this and saying, okay, this is my stress coming through, manifesting in the way that stress will. And I am acknowledging it, but I am not going to be ruled by it. Why? Because we're coming out of, and we are constantly coming out of, a tower time. Now, we've all been through quite an intense tower time as a collective in our world, with everything that we've been going through in humanity. So that could be it. It can be very personal. It can be global. But looking at the tower time here and seeing that we are coming through as the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords is the knight who gets things done. The fastest moving knight, determined, focused, insightful. So we are looking at this time and we're looking at ourselves and we're saying, I'm moving forward in such a different way, right? I'm not held back the way that I was. But I don't feel like I have the same footing that I did before I went through a tower time that knocked my footing out from underneath me, right? Knocked my feet from underneath me, made me doubt myself, made me question everything. I was going along at such a good clip, a good pace. And then that energy came in and it made me fear, it made me doubt. So being able to acknowledge this is going to be very important, because it's part of the learning part of why we're here on this earthly plane. But it's also kind of stunk. So, it's worse than stunk, but we're going to use that here on YouTube. So just being aware of this, acknowledging it, is going to be important, because it's changed the way that we see ourselves. It's changed the way that we see how we want to move forward in our lives. Excuse me. It has made us question. So being aware of this is going to be a very important thing. It's going to be a very liberating thing. Now, the tower isn't always bad, okay? The tower brings powerful change that levels us up, that brings us to the next level of the video game, that has us moving forward. But it is intense. It is overwhelming at times. So being aware of this is going to be important. Now, we're crowned with the Hangman. We're looking at everything so differently, and we're going to be questioning ourselves. Am I looking at things the right way? Shouldn't I fit in with everybody else? Shouldn't I be doing things the same way everybody else is? Look at what everybody's saying. There's going to be the proverbial they. It's going to be the proverbial everyone. And we feel kind of out of the loop. Maybe we weren't meant to be in the loop, and that's going to be important here. We're looking at things very differently for ourselves, and we're seeing where we fit. And sometimes it is difficult to say, I don't fit in this mainstream. I don't fit in this way of seeing things. I don't fit in with these people, these ideas, and that's okay. I am moving forward in my instincts, in my understanding. I am moving forward in my path and opening my heart, because the Page of Cups comes in, and Pisces, that's who we are. We're represented by the cups in the minor arcana. So the Page of Cups comes in and says, I am being a student of my heart, of what I love, of what I want, of what I'm building. And as I am a student, I am also connecting with my inner child self and saying, your voice matters. I'm listening to you. In the ways that you were ignored when you were little, in the ways that you were told to sit down, to be quiet, I am listening to you, and I care about what you have to say. And so with the Page of Swords coming in, with the Page of Cups coming in, we're seeing ourselves very differently than we have before. We're going to be a little bit kinder. We're going to be a little bit more compassionate with ourselves. We can be harsh with ourselves because we want to know the whys and the how comes. We're questioning, we're diving deeper. We're like, well, why is that? And there can be a part of us that's just like, shut up and listen, type of thing that says that to ourselves. And we're not going to do well with that. So being aware of this, that like blind obedience, that isn't our thing during this week. So being aware of this is going to be very, very, very important. Questioning, seeking, letting ourselves have fun, letting ourselves have time of expression is also going to be very important. The star comes in, and the star is Aquarius energy, time frame January 20th to February 18th. But this is the soul's wish coming forward. This is what my soul, what your soul is deeply longing for. And Spirit saying, I see you. I hear you. I know you think I don't see you. I know you think I don't hear you, but I'm right here. I'm right here, and I want you to move forward in power, in authority of self, and in connection. So there is something that's coming here as you connect with your inner child, as you connect with a deeper idea. It's kind of like hearing the ocean and seeing the expanse of things. You're going to realize it's like, oh, I am being seen. Like, oh, this is moving me forward to where I want to be, or what I'm looking for, or what's important to me. And it brings us then to the Nine of Swords that has us questioning ourselves. It's like, okay, well, can my soul's wish come forward? Am I allowed to question this? Am I allowed to move forward in this energy? And with the Nine of Swords, it's worry, it's doubt, it's fear. And when we have the 10 of Wands, which is I'm carrying an unbearable burden. It has become too much. And so to let our soul come forward, it's like I'm looking at what I don't want anymore. And we can be holding on to things, we can be holding on to people, we can be holding on to ideas, we can be holding on. And Spirit is saying, why? And it doesn't mean that we just hit the self-destruct button in our lives. Spirit wants to make sure that we know this. It is looking at things, and it is saying, why is it my responsibility? Why am I putting these burdens on my shoulders? It is time to make my life beautiful. However that manifests in our existence, whatever beauty looks like to you. It is time to take the weight of the world, release it from your shoulders, stand up tall, and say, this is how I'm moving forward. This is what I want. I get to see and have the sun on my face, right? I get to see the blue skies of day, and the joy and the loveliness. Even on gray days, right? I get to see the rain. I get to see the clouds move across the sky. And so here with the 10 of Wands, we are no longer being beaten down by everything that we're taking on, everything that's expected of us, or everything that we think is expected of us. And that's going to be very important. A release, a deeper understanding, and insight to where we want to be. And the Knight of Swords, this is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So if you're born in the cusp with Libra, Scorpio, if you have, air sign energy in your chart, amplifies the Aquarius energy here, right? You're going to see this energy coming through very, very, very powerfully. But the Knight of Swords is saying, this is what I want. This is what I need. And I'm cutting through the doubts and the fears, and I am being the hero of my story. A lot of times, and I really know this because I feel the same way, it's like, it would be so nice if somebody could just come and be the hero of the story, right? It would be so nice if someday, my prince could come, right? Or a princess or whomever, right? Could come in and just make things easier. But the way that I see things with spirit and the way the spirit shows me is that we are learning to how to stand in the strength of our existence here. And we are standing in our power, and we are standing in our authority of self, and we are changing our world. And we do so by being the hero of our story. And that is us coming in with the Knight of Swords and being the hero of our story, embracing what it is that we want, because we've been through the tower time. Somebody can try to understand the tower time that we've been through, okay, the intense time of change and transformation, but they never quite get it, okay? They never quite see it the way that we feel it. And so this is a time for us to embrace our mind, embrace our voice, and to look at things and saying, I'm rebuilding. I know things have fallen apart. I know the rubble is here, but I am rebuilding. And the Three of Pentacles is prosperity and success. It is collaboration with others. It's deeper insight. It's, looking at things in a different way. And as we do so, we are going to see that we really thrive on, ideas coming in, ideas going out, talking to different people, looking at things differently. And it brings us to the Nine of Cups. We have our soul's wish coming forward, but we also have the deep wish that we have right here, right now. It's kind of like, I cross my fingers for it. I want it to happen now. I need it to move me forward. And that is the Nine of Cups. It's also embracing our talents. It's looking at our skills. It is calling us forward as success. So there's going to be something small that happens that lets you know you're on the right path. It's going to be something small that says, oh, I didn't realize this, or, oh, I didn't look at this. Oh, I'm opening up the door. Wow, this is a great idea. This is a great idea. And with the Council of Monarchs, Aries energy, all right, March 21st to April 19th, we are standing on the throne of our existence, standing on the throne, sitting on the throne, claiming the throne of our existence, saying, I have the right to rule my life. I am embracing my power. I'm embracing what it is that I desire. I'm looking at things in a different way than I have before, and I'm calling me forward. And that's it. And stop. Nobody is going to take from me my success, my prosperity, and my authority of self. With the Council of Monarchs, the Emperor energy, okay? There's also the sense of being a warrior. Now, we are water sign energy. We don't really like to be the warrior energy. That's not our thing. There, of course, are always exceptions. But if you have fire sign energy in your chart, this will boil up the water, right? And this will help you to move forward. It'll be more natural for you. But if your energy is mostly, water sign energy, air sign energy, you can find that the intensity of fire can get a little bit out of hand. So do be mindful about this to kind of rein things in, say what it is that you want, look at what it is that you desire. The Council of Monarchs is saying that I have the power to move forward in my life. I am the emperor. I am above the kings, right? And I move forward in my success, in my prosperity, and in what I desire. I'm looking at the bigger picture of where I want to be in my life and what I want for myself. And so that's going to be important here. And as we look at things, we're seeing ourselves differently. This is going to be a week where we're like, I don't want to see myself like that. Like, I don't want that responsibility, or I don't want to be doing this, or I don't want to be doing that. And it comes across like this. It's like, oh my goodness, I don't want this. I don't want that. And yet, once we stop worrying and we let down the burden that we've been carrying, it's like, oh, I got this. Oh, this isn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. And we move ourselves forward, and we're going to collaborate with others. If you do this all by yourself, Scorpio, it's going to be harder. So just realize that, like, just be aware of that. But if you sit there and say, okay, I'm embracing these ideas, I'm looking at things differently, I'm talking, I'm understanding, I'm bouncing things off, another person, or even, meditating with spirit and moving this forward, because you might not have somebody to bounce these ideas off of. Connecting with spirit is going to be an important thing. You're like, oh, I see this. Oh, I understand this. And that's going to be really life-changing for you. It is going to be life-changing. So let's see what spirit has to say here. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the crow. And it says, universal law and truth are now being revealed. Use these energies to create your reality. And you're seeing things within yourself. You're seeing what it is that you desire so much more openly and honestly than you have before. And there's a cleverness, there's an insight that is guiding you. So let's see here, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly what our chakra energy is. This is personal power. Now, this is the solar plexus chakra. And this is embracing our power, our authority of self. This is listening to our gut. And that is going to be important. So our personal power comes forward. We are listening to our gut. We are listening to what it is that we desire. And we're opening up the door. Now, to alleviate any blockages, because there can be blockages when our solar plexus chakra comes out, or when any chakra energy comes out so strongly, there can be blockages there. And so we interlace our fingers and we massage around our tummy, just like this. We can make circles around our tummy. We can go all the way down to our lower intestines and back up. And that helps alleviate blockages in our solar plexus chakra. So that's going to be important. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading, right here. Okay, so this is the star. So it's really interesting is that we are also having ourselves connect with our inner child dreams and what it is that we deeply desire for ourselves, how it is that our soul needs to move forward. Now, when we're told to be mindful of the star, that is when illusions and deceptions can come in, where we can look up at the night sky, or we can look outside during the night and see the shadows and see the monsters and be scared and be overwhelmed. So just being mindful about this during this time, that there is a real power of beauty, of attention, of detail, of connection with spirit and what we desire. But there can also be illusions. There can also be deceptions. And we need to stand in what we want, not what we think people want from us, or what we think people, want us to do in order to like us. That's going to be a very important thing. So being aware of this is going to be important. Making sure that you're standing in your truth, because it's going to be very easy during this time, Scorpio, to discredit yourself, to talk down to yourself, to say, oh my gosh, I can't believe how silly I am. I can't believe I thought this, or I looked at that, or, did whatever. And Spirit is saying here, be mindful about this. Be mindful about, delusions of things, like the warping of your perception coming forward. And Spirit's saying, stand in what you believe, stand in what brings calm to your soul, not what comes out of fear or out of chaos, okay? That's where you're going to know this. This is going to feed from the 9 of Swords, where it's going to be fed from worry, doubt, fear, chaos, hurt, pain, disappointment. It's like, oh my gosh, did I do the right thing? Did I say the right thing? I can't believe I said this. I can't believe I did that. So just stepping back and seeing, okay, what is it that I really want? What is it that I've been working for and working towards my whole entire life? Where is Spirit guiding me? And how is the door opening? Because once we let go of the worry and the fear, which, worry and fear is with us for lifetime. So it can take a bit. But once we diminish it, once we calm and we center ourselves and we put down the burdens, all of a sudden we see ourselves moving forward more quickly, because this is the fastest moving night. We see ourselves moving forward more quickly, more assuredly, more confidently than we have before. It moves us then to our subconscious spirit message, which is the ostrich. It says, the choice is clear for you now. Follow the wisdom and truth you feel in your heart. And that's going to be important, but that is going to be hard, to follow the wisdom and truth you feel in your heart, because there's a sense of there's something better over there. There's more insight over there. Somebody has figured it out already. And Spirit's saying, be mindful about this. Be mindful of not seeing your worth and putting other people's ideas, other people's passions, other people's fires, other people, what they have achieved above who you are and what you yourself have achieved. It moves us then to our energy, our chakra energy, which is inspiration. We are inspired. During this time, this is our sacral chakra. And as you know, if you're part of this family, tap your tailbone, tap your kidneys, release the negative energy, and let yourself move forward in inspiration. Tapping just like this, kind of like with an okay sign on your kidneys, on your tailbone, releasing negativity, hurt, pain, disappointment, chaos. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. And that is the 10 of Wands. We have the 10 of Wands here. Be mindful about it. We have the 10 of Wands here. We're overburdened. We're taking on too much. And what's going to be interesting is that instead of sitting there and being like, I'm overburdened, I'm taking on too much, I need to lessen things. We're going to be like, I'm overburdened, I'm taking on too much. What else can I do that will lessen the load? Not go to sleep early or, take a bath or a nice warm shower and calm things down. We're going to be like, well, what can I do that's going to put more stress on me, but that I like doing, and that should be fun. But now because I'm so stressed out, it's going to lose all its fun anyway. So just be mindful about this during this time, Scorpio. We can really sabotage ourselves. It moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, and that is the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is our fire, it's our tenacity, it's the second fastest moving knight, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, really amplifying the Aries energy here. And it is moving in our passion, in what we desire. The air, the Knight of Air, the Knight of Swords, is feeding the Knight of Fire. Air feeds fire, right? And we are going to see that our passions can really ignite during this time. Now, can our tempers ignite? Yes. So do be mindful about this, especially if this is not the energy sphere that we're comfortable in. We might not have a lot of fire in our chart. And so the fire comes in and it's like, ooh, that's intense. So just be mindful about this. But if you have fire in your chart, or if you're used to spicy, intensity, then step into this power. Step into you. Do not apologize for moving towards your greatness, and do not apologize for embracing the power and passion of who you are. All right. All right, Scorpio. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time, of this week, and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Scorpio. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed week. Bye.